game. Okay, cool. We are now recording, and let's go into the game. We are looking at the players now for the Radiant team. This is Team Complexity. We are in the semifinals. This is the best of 3 between NoTidehunter and Complexity. On the Radiant team, TC is going to be playing Sniper on the bot lane. We've got Bulba playing Templar Assassin, going to be going mid, Fluff and Stuff, playing Rubik. IX Mike is on the Jakiro, and the other stand-in is going to be Mikey, and he's playing an off-lane Beastmaster.
Yep, Baby Roshan.
Is it there?
Baby Golden
Oh,
Roshan.
damn,
Yep.
it is. I think that might be Fluff's. Or IX Mike's. I believe both of them were going for those, but they've got one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
For the Dire team, this is Team NoTidehunter. Our stand-in today replacing Loda is going to be in the bush. I don't know if that's just based on his stand-in tag or not, but that's who he is, I guess. Eternal Envy is going to be playing Shadow Demon again. Played a fantastic Shadow Demon yesterday. Aki is playing Shen, his signature hero, one of his two. S4 is going to be playing Darkseer solo mid again, and the last player is going to be Admiral Bulldog doing the off lane again.
Yep. So very similar lineup from yesterday, and as far as Complexity goes, of course, we didn't get to see them yesterday, but they were wrecking some stuff. I know that Bulba was playing Invoker on a tri lane yesterday, and they had a Shadow Fiend played by what's his face, Korok.
Oh, really?
But Korok not
Cool.
here today, so.
That's awesome to see. Eternal Envy is going to try to counter this ward here, and IX Mike is currently trading some hits here with Shadow Demon. He's going to disrupt him, getting ready to do some extra damage here. And IX Mike, there's so many illusions hitting on him here. That's like all of his HP, and he's only got tangos as well. So he's going to have to go high ground now, and there's the Observer Ward that he will spot out, and he's going to be able to counter that. So nice play by Eternal Envy. It's going to shut down at least one Observer Ward out of Complexity in the early game.
Yep, definitely. And what stats are good for the stream to see? You think I should just keep...
Pull last hits and denies up for the early part of the game, and then after that you can kind of shift through things depending on what you feel like looking at. So just leave last hits and denies up, because that's what's going to tell the most about what's going on in other lanes without having to look there.
That sounds good.
And try not to move your screen too fast. That's probably the only other tip I'll give you, because you don't want people to get disoriented. On the bot... I'm sorry? Oh, you said fine?
Fine.
Okay, cool. On the bot lane, TC is still getting free farm here. Fluff is actually doing the pulling. He's trying to shut down the trees a little bit, and he will be able to get a couple of them. Needs 2 hits on this last Treant, I think. It's going to get out of there. Bulldog puts one more hit in to guarantee that it comes through. And the Treant is killed. And perfect timing there. He ends up pulling up into the creep wave. Perfect place for him to have the creeps out, as Fluff does continue to harass Bulldog. Now, the important part is Sniper's getting free farm this game, and it's kind of uncommon to see this in pub games at least, but I'm very interested to see where he goes for an item build. Now, Headshot is much better. He also has Take-Aim, which is going to give him a lot more lane prominence, and he's right-clicking Admiral Bulldog. I don't think they'll kill him here, but they're just doing it to harass, and he's going to be put down semi-low while he still does get a couple last hits. But if TC maxes out, he's actually looking like he's going to max Headshot first, up to 40 Headshot damage here. I mean, if he can proc this while he's harassing somebody, that's 90 physical damage. That's insane output.
Yeah. Shrapnel, a lot of people I see get 1 level of it. I particularly like Headshot and Take Aim. And just because, like, once you get your ult, you want to try to spam it most of the time. And Shrapnel, you know, if you're spamming Shrapnel prior to that, it can mess you up. But I think 1 level of Shrapnel is okay. Maybe to help a teammate and slow down someone else or something like that. I'm not sure that Shrapnel is the right spell for Sniper, though.
Yeah, if you do kind of a tri-lane push, you can use Sniper for that, because Shrapnel is pretty decent at pushing towers and clearing creep waves, but other than that, it does limit his early game potential for sure. And another cool thing to point out, the Shrapnel, or the Headshot damage is physical, so if you end up getting any minus armor on your team, such as with TA, that's going to stack directly with the Headshot here. And TC's already going to be orb walking Bulldog. He's got boots and Bulldog does not, so he's going to do some hit trading. Doesn't end up losing a creep either during his harass, which is very, very important. Yeah, safe lane on the top lane. It's going to be Sven. He's got a Quelling Blade, 17 last hits on him versus the 15 of TC. So TC doing a nice job. And if we compare the long lane here, is Mikey barely getting any experience at all here, whereas Bulldog is up to level 3. So Nature's Prophet's slightly better as a long lane.
Yeah, and I gotta point out too, Bulba doing a much better job than Pulse was doing yesterday, faring up against the Darkseer at mid. Pulse was really having a lot of trouble with their TA against Darkseer, and Bulba is just destroying it.
Really? Bulba's at 19 and 9 here. S4 is up to 9 last hits. Holy crap. Bulba really is crushing. This is seriously impressive. I mean, compared to what we saw yesterday, just like you said, it was break even for the TA, and S4 is not a bad player, but he's actually getting crushed by Bulba's last hitting mid. I mean, really showing the power of Templar Assassin. I know Bulba is obviously a fantastic player, but I mean, if you get plus 60 damage and you deny, that's the important part, and I think that's really why S4 is getting shut down a little bit here. It's because he is actively denying the Darkseer.
Yeah, and the denies on the creeps are so important because Darkseer uses the Iron Shell to push so much with that, and you know, you really can't control how Iron Shell behaves once you put it on. So denying the creeps, that's something that I don't think Pulse was doing properly, and Bulba already with 15 denies, that's pretty insane.
Some really cool strat coming out of NoTidehunter here. If you notice, the Darkseer just left the mid lane, and he had two stacked camps, one small camp and one medium camp. So what he did, he left the mid lane, and then he just took out a couple stacked camps that his allies had set up for him. And keep in mind that he was also not doing the best in the mid lane, so this is like a really good way for him to translate this into a lot of experience. And now he's over level 6 here, despite being in the jungle. He'll probably shift back mid again. And the rest of his team currently 4 men pushing top, but like really cool strat here, giving Darkseer a little bit of an EXP and level advantage over Bulba in the mid lane.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Top tower is being pushed by NoTidehunter now. They've got 4 here. Bulldog level 3 with 2 levels of Treants is enough. He's got a Basilius as well, so armor, and he's going to teleport to the bot lane. As now Sniper, as well as Fluff, can push in and try to do some damage to the tower. 3 levels of headshot now on Sniper, and he's got phase boots, so his chase is insane now. And the Nature's Prophet's got to be...
like phase boots early on, 5 minutes in it, that's... it's just such a great damage output from Sniper. It could just pretty much drop any hero at this point in the game really easily, really fast.
Yeah, and the nicest thing about it is Sniper's base damage early on is actually pretty crappy, so this is going to help out a lot in terms of just making sure that he gets every last hit, even if he doesn't get a headshot. Fluff going to try to catch Bulldog, pulling him back. There's the ulti coming through on Bulldog, and TC needs a couple right clicks. Fluff gets it. That's first blood on the bot lane. Kind of a really cool duel lane, I must say. I mean, rather than having something like a Vengeful Spirit nuke or a Crystal Maiden nuke, they have a Rubik who can not only nuke, but also pull the hero towards the Sniper, which will give him extra last hits in, or at least extra harass. It's such a cool hero to combo with Sniper, and I love that he's getting played. This is really fun. I can't wait to see how this game turns out.
I do have to agree with you, and that Purge, it's really cool.
Okay, cool.
Lane.
So you're saying my voice is even more robotic than normal?
No, don't be silly. No, just for a second there.
Okay, good.
Now Furion is trying to harass the Sniper a little bit, or at least keep him from last hitting the actual, like, more important creeps, I suppose. But I mean, those trends will give him extra HP. Sure, not a lot of money, but still, I'm not even sure if that's worth it. Do you think it is?
Harassing with the Treants? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, generally it is. I mean, he probably lost at least a slight amount of EXP, but that's pretty much all that Nature's Prophet can do at this point, to be honest. Like, he can't come to the lane that easily because the Sniper's got a phase advantage over him. Plus, he has lots of headshot levels, and this is the entire point of doing a safe lane solo. As far as getting ganked mid, Ice Path is actually going to whiff on him, doesn't catch him, and he goes invis. That's the more important part. But yeah, you want to always make sure that your support hero harasses their long lane enough to give your hard carry an advantage. That way you have 3 or 4 levels over him, and despite them having a more reliable early game hero, you've got item and EXP advantage over him, and you should be able to just dominate the solo from here on out. So Fluff can go gank other lanes, and Bulldog's got to worry about fighting against a level 7 Sniper who has a huge advantage over him.
Definitely. Fluff's still sticking around though. Probably, I mean, there are no wards for Bulldog, so he could get caught off position. He's fortunately for him, he's being really careful about that. But the tower is getting pretty low, so I wouldn't be surprised if... oh, it looks like Fluff might go from... do you think he's going to go from behind?
Looks like it. As long as he gets a telekinesis off, that's all it takes. And in the meantime, we'll see maybe TC try to start pushing this, but he's not... Oh, no, he's just placing a ward. Cool. Just wants to put a ward down for the vision. There's a smoke gank by NoTidehunter, by the way, coming towards the top Ancients. They may catch Mikey here. He's just looking to stack. There's the Soul Catcher TP from Admiral Bulldog as well. He's in a lot of trouble. There's the Sprout as well. He's going to need a Tango to get out for just a second. One disruption. He's in big trouble here. Bulba's coming in, maybe going to slow him down, but there's 4 heroes here. Does he really want to? There's the cleave coming through. Going to catch a couple heroes and units, but there's a lot of stuff to cleave through there, and they're going to end up surviving. And they spotted that.
The Sprout almost messed everything up. That was pretty funny. It blocked everyone behind it, but the Shadow Demon was playing close attention and he could disrupt on top of that. So that's
wow.
good.
They're going to be stealing these Ancients right now. Very smart from NoTidehunter. This is exactly what Beastmaster needed to try to catch up in levels in EXP, and a lot of it's getting stolen from him. That's going to hurt pretty bad, and especially the fact that NoTidehunter even had the possibility to do this. They not only have lots of creeps here as well, but now is Sven. So tons of physical damage. He's going to work right down. He doesn't have any cleave yet, but they will work these down, and as they do, they're getting a lot of experience that should have gone to complexity. So really nice snag by them.
Yeah, and we can see a huge difference in the way that Bush and Loda plays Sven here. Bush here has 1 level of Warcry, 1 God Strength, and 4 Storm Hammers, where Loda usually stayed at 2 Storm Hammers, started maxing Cleave and Warcry a little bit faster.
I think you're confusing him with Fogged Sven, the Dignitas Sven. It was the Dignitas Sven that had the different build. But in that case, it would have been better to have Cleave. I totally agree with you there. Because if he had Cleave, they would have been able to do more damage to Ancients rather than just doing single target damage. He would have been able to pick those off slightly faster, I think. Yeah,
was Loda getting this same build then?
I think Loda was going this build as well, because that Sven build, that was the first time I'd seen that Sven build before. So I'm pretty sure that was Fogged, that maybe not pioneered, but the first place I've seen the build at least. Bulba's got to be really careful about these creeps with Ion Shell. They're so good. Couple last hits coming through. He's going to get all 3. DD's popped for him. And if we look at the graphs really quick, still 1-to-1 game, by the way. Complexity is actually in the lead, despite their Ancients being snagged. EXP breaking pretty close to even, except it's in NoTidehunter's favor. So very slight gold advantage for Complexity, very slight EXP advantage for NoTidehunter. And TC actually picks up a Maelstrom. He's going to go for a Maelstrom this game. Gives him attack speed, that's the best part. Attack speed will allow him more chances to proc headshot. And also, he gives him some AoE as well, because the Maelstrom can shoot a Chain Lightning, and that's going to clear the creep wave slightly faster. So in some ways, you can look at this item kind of as a ranged Battle Fury, and you can still stack this with other orbs as well. Things like Lifesteal or Desolator. It's not completely stacking, but still very good.
Can you only stack this with Lifesteal and Desolator? Are those the only 2? Or
you can also stack it completely, I believe, with Eye of Scotty. Eye of Scotty Mjolnir is actually a very good build. Not necessarily something that's common. I think maybe Maelstrom. So
you could actually go Eye of Scotty, Mjolnir, and Lifesteal.
I think so. Yes, I believe so. Whenever the Lightning procs, the Lifesteal doesn't. But since it only procs about 25% of the time, you're generally getting most Lifesteal. Big slows on Darkseer, about the top Ancient series. Here comes the crits on S4. He's going to be getting semi-low here, but can he save him? He's going to try to send back. Great send back from Aki. It's going to be close. He's not going to make it. Barely gets killed. Good attempt, but Aki using his ulti to try to shut that down, but it didn't happen. So, no save there. Good response by Complexity.
Yeah!
Nice plays there. Sniper on the bot lane now has 4 levels of take aim. His attack range is 850. Huge, huge range out of this. And since he has phase boots, positioning is going to be extremely crucial here. Now, I'm not really...
Positioning will be extremely crucial here, is what he said.
Yeah, in a robot voice. I'm sure.
I'm not sure what that was. But you all get the point. That was a cool thing, and Chen almost saved them, I think, is what he was like...
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, you're kind of back.
Okay, good. Come back to me, internet. Quit being terrible. I'll treat you right. Pay your bill.
Yeah, man.
Pamper my
Holy
router.
guacamole! I wish I could have better camera skills. I don't even know what am I pressing here on the left. I'm on net worth right now. Sniper is the most expensive person.
Just barely.
And,
slightly ahead of Bulba here. Bulba actually has Blink Dagger at the moment. Pretty fantastic for him. TC, still no new items yet. He's actually going to try to headshot this Wildkin. Very cool. And once he headshots the Wildkin, the Tornado is no more. Take that Wildkin.
See you, Wildkin. What's Wildkin?
Yes, Wildkin.
Yeah, Wildkins are pretty awesome if you can get them in the jungle or like level 1 and stuff. Like you can pretty much kill any camp with the Tornado, and the Tornado is such a great harassing tool as well, despite of how slow it is.
Yeah, another
but we
cool.
have Go ahead.
Another cool thing that you can see Sniper do is actually attack towers without the towers being able to return fire. And they really want to take this mid tower. There's 4 heroes here. Only hero that's not here is going to be Mikey on the Beastmaster. He's trying to make up for his big loss of EXP from the Ancient Camps. And are they going to take it? Boba goes in. There's the glyph. This is going to be the point of fighting. Fluff eats the Soul Catcher. Nature's Prophet ulti comes through as well. And now they have to see, is it going to get denied? TC's going to have to back off. And they're going to be able to deny
Looks like it will. And you mentioned this before, losing, like getting a tower denied over killing it. It's the difference in gold is like something like 600 to 800.
700
right?
to 800 gold that you lose.
700 to 800.
Yeah.
So I mean that's insane. Do you think it would even be worth it if like Sniper or someone else, like perhaps Volba, with the Templar Assassin, like just stayed and tried to get the tower, even if it got him killed afterwards?
It's kind of hard to say. I mean, they can now do stuff. If they would have traded for the tower there, they wouldn't be able to do the smoke ink right now that we're seeing Bulba do. So generally, it's not worth it, I would say. They're coming for a kill on S4. There's the initiation. They do get the telekinesis off. Here comes the Ice Path follow-up, and a dual breath is going to guarantee the kill.
Nice.
That was really close.
Awesome teamwork.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have been able to do that 100% if they traded a hero for the top tower.
Right.
They might even turn this into a tier 2 tower push. If they can take the tower here, then I would say totally worth it. I'd also like to point out Sniper picked up a point booster. This means he is going Scotty for sure this game. I'm expecting to see a Scotty out of him. Scotty plus a Maelstrom. The coolest thing about this, Scotty gives him tons of stats. So this fills his low HP hole. It gives him agility. It also gives him int, so more nukes. And finally, it gives him a ranged slow. It's insanely good.
Yeah, absolutely. Scotty's a really good item, especially since, or whenever they like they buffed it. Like it was a lot more expensive before, right? Like you had to buy a recipe and stuff, and then I guess they really liked Scotty and wanted to see it like it get some more play and replace the recipe, the $1,200 recipe for an orb of venom.
And the point booster, I think, yeah, it has gotten a little less expensive over time, and all around the stats are great. I mean, you get $25 attributes and 200 health. It's not an amazing damage item, but Sniper generally needs survivability more than anything else, and the utility is also fantastic. So if he plays this right, he's always going to be sitting at the outside of battles with his Eye of Scotty range just pinging away. And this is also going to allow him to grab Shrapnel. He doesn't have to be like, oh, I need so much HP, I'll have to grab stats this game. He can grab Shrapnel and still be pretty effective as a hero. So I'm pretty excited to see this build. I've done it before in a pub game and it was so fun. Promise. Try it sometime.
Yeah, I like that he went for the point booster right away as well.
Yeah,
instead of trying to wait for an orb or something like that.
Yeah, that's very smart. Not as much damage, obviously, that way, but the survivability is fantastic.
Ah! Ah!
Did I lose connection again?
No, I fucked it up. I left the game.
Really?
Well, I didn't leave the game.
Yeah.
Right?
You're gonna reconnect, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clicked on something.
I see. All right, we're good.
Holy guacamole.
So they're pushing in. It looks like they're going to be fighting at the Aegis. Dire team does finish it up, though. Axe is going to hit a couple. Telekinesis puts Envy trapped in completely by neutrals. He's trying to get out, but he can't. And Bulba's doing some Ion Shell damage in here. To his allies, actually.
Baby Roshan, what a boss.
Run away. Run away, Baby Roshan. It looks like it's a big team fight loss for Complexity, though. 4 heroes dying. Only Shadow Demon dying from the Dire team. And that is now what Complexity wanted. And they got the Aegis right before the fight started. And they didn't even burn the Aegis. Sven went down to half HP, but that was it.
Yeah. And up until this point, like, they were doing a pretty good job. Complexity was keeping the Sven from farming too much. With TA and Sniper farming a lot better. So I feel like they didn't really need to engage that. They probably just wanted to stop Rosh, but I think sitting back might have just been better. I mean, I think that they have the better late game potential right now, or else it was going right.
Yeah, with Sniper, I would say yes. As long as Sniper can stay away from Sven, it's gonna be fine. And we talked about the Sanj and Yasha on Razor being good against a melee hero. Who needs a Sanj and Yasha when you have a Scotty? You guarantee the slow. Every single hit is going to slow Sven down unless you proc lightning 85 times in a row or whatever. If you could just have an Eye of Scotty ranged on a Sniper versus a Sven, Sven can't get close to you ever. It's not going to happen. And that's what we might see late game. Like, is Sniper really going to be the hero counter to Sven? He could be, and we might just see it this game. He hasn't died yet. 3 assists. TC's doing well, so this could get late.
Yep. Definitely. I mean, yeah, we've been since Sven getting a lot more play lately, and if as a result Sniper gets a lot more play, that would be awesome. So we see here teams like Complexity being creative with their picks, and I really hope that they find a counter to Sven and Sniper. That would be really cool to see.
Yeah, it would be super cool. Armlet's the item choice on Sven. We saw this yesterday from, I believe, Dignitas, and it worked out fabulous. Armlet plus the ulti. He's got an Ogre Club, so he's very close to BKB on top of that. Downside is BKB is not going to stop things like Sniper very well, and Roar is still going to go right through Magic Immunity. So Sven might still have some troubles this game, and he's going to be the DPS monster that NoTidehunter needs, as Nature's Prophet does really not have a lot of items right now. Just sitting on hand of Midas with Treads. He will be able to catch up and get some core items in a second, but for now, the main damage source out of NoTidehunter is really just going to be Sven. So as long as they can keep roaring him, it'll be good.
So would you think that getting the BKB at all is the right call here for Sven this particular game? It's
probably still worth it because of Twin-Headed Dragon as well as the Rubik. They both still have hard disables, and especially Rubik if he steals a God's Hammer or something. I mean, there's going to be too many stuns to deal with. He has to get a BKB, in my opinion. He's still going to get roared, but that's only 3 to 4 seconds depending on his level. So he's still going to have troubles with getting disabled, but it won't be the end of the world. I just Jakiro's too hard to play against as a melee hero if you don't have a BKB, because even Dual Breath, even Ice Path, it's going to slow you down so much. The slow and the disable are just way too much to deal with.
Okay. If people on the stream can't understand Purge, let me know, by the way. I can make up like the great majority of things you say.
Good.
Oh, this tower at bottom is gonna fall down, and Darkseer doesn't get the last hit, unfortunately for him there. And we might see a big engagement here. Everyone's smoked.
And they're going in. Bulba's going to try to pick off Aki first. There's the mini stun. Stun comes in on Fluff. Actually takes a lot of damage. Cheesy's teaming from the backside. He's trying to stop everybody. S4 taking some right clicks, but he's got to run away. Oh my god. Bush is chasing. He's really fast with the surge from the Darkseer, and he picks him off very easily. Great disables there. Mikey now trying to escape. Roar has been used, and he's not done yet. There's another surge on Sven. Who needs Mask of Madness when you have this? And they still crush the team fight in the bot jungle.
Yeah, that was really cool. I have a question for you. Why go for Chen in a team fight like that when there's Shadow Demon and stuff like that?
Chen is generally an easy hero to kill, and he does. If you don't kill Chen, he's going to send somebody back. So if you just dive after the Chen and hopefully get the kill, then things should be alright for you. But the problem was that probably TA's slow is not enough to shut him down. To keep him slow enough to get the kills. And Bulba has decent items, but he hasn't had like a fantastic game. He's gotten a lot of last hits. I believe he's probably in the lead. No, he's not. I'm sorry, 3rd place. But he's doing okay, but he's just got a Blink and an Ogre Club, which are both utility items. If he actually had a Daedalus or something, he probably would have killed Chen faster. And another thing to point out, Aki has abnormally high HP right now. He bought a Bracer and Power Treads. We almost never see Power Treads on Chen, but we're seeing it this game. So he had a lot more HP, and Bulba was probably expecting to be able to kill him faster than that.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow Demon only with 800 HP. Reason for which I ask is I saw the Chen ult, and then I was like, okay, so he already ulted. He will probably mech if he needs to. So why, like, he can't do anything past this, while the Shadow Demon could, like, help out with the team fight to a great extent. So I didn't quite understand, but I guess sending someone to base would be one of the main reasons for which you want to kill the Chen first.
Yeah, that's probably the main one there. And maybe he just got tunnel vision, he saw it and said, okay, this is what I want to happen. Want to kill this guy for sure, but who knows. Sven picks up a Mask of Madness next, so he's got the full combo. Armlet, Mask of Madness with BKB. Lots of mid-game items, but they combo together so effectively in team fights. Now, unlike we saw in some of the previous games, the BKB is not going to save him against sniper damage once again. We mentioned this before, but he is going to have some worry if sniper ends up getting really farmed of still taking too much damage, because Mask of Madness increases the damage you take by 30%, but that's not going to stop physical damage at all. So Sniper can possibly kill him through that. But for now, all he's got is an Ultimate Orb. He still needs one more Ultimate Orb and a Poison Orb of Venom, sorry. So he's still about 2,500 gold from finishing Scotty. Actually, he changes up his item build. He goes for Hyper Stone next. So he's going to finish Mjolnir before he finishes the Scotty, surprisingly.
Why do you think that is?
Probably because Scotty wouldn't give him enough DPS. Is my guess. Scotty would give him the utility and the good HP, but not like crap loads of damage. So I think he's going to finish Mjolnir first, just so that he can do higher damage output and offset some of his low attack speed from having phase boosts. So, but he will be grabbing Scotty after.
Do you think that was a decision that he made during the game? Something like, you know what, guys, like we're kind of getting destroyed. We need some more DPS. Let's go for like the Mjolnir first. Or do you think that was his plan from the start?
I think it's a possibility that was the case because. I don't know. It's hard to say. If he was doing really well, he might just go Scotty first because you can't come back. Like, if somebody is winning by a lot and then their sniper gets a Scotty, there's no way they're ever going to catch up to you because every time you engage somebody, they're permanently slowed, basically.
Right. I feel that's how they felt because before the Roshan fight, when he started getting the Scotty, they were definitely in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
They were probably feeling comfortable, and his concern was, okay, like, let's keep our lead. Now they're kind of in a spot where they kind of have to make stuff happen, and they have to kill their opponents. So they have to play it a little bit riskier, so to say.
Yeah, I would completely agree here. Sniper picks up 1 level of shrapnel. Now he's going stats, so he just wanted some slight disable. It's what?
It's done, the super hammer of doom.
Yeah, it's not too expensive once you get your first Maelstrom. Then it's just a Hyperstone, a little recipe, so pretty easy to get. But he will be going Scotty from here on out, I think. It might be a Manta. We could see a Manta style as well, but I'd be a little surprised, especially because we saw it yesterday. Sven's really good against illusions and Mantas and stuff. So, complexity, what will they do at this point? The map control is really well in NoTidehunter's favor. With Ancients being blocked, look at all the other map control they have. They're going to try to push top, possibly S4 coming to the wave, but he's got to shiv his guard to finish already. And there's the telekinesis. Bulb is going to go in as well.
He's got to shiv his guard to fuck shit up, is what Purge was trying to say.
Yep.
And we have Bulba popping the BKB, and he's just going to go to slow Eternal MB. Eternal MB trying to fight back. And now he's going to turn around, wait for the BKB to end, and then try to disrupt. But nope, they decide not to chase. Probably a smart decision, seeing that the entire complexity team is back there. And yeah, Purge is back, I think.
Test, hello?
Yep.
How was it?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, the TA is looking better. The problem is that she used her BKB there and was forced to. Eternal Envy with a solid play. Demonic Purge goes right through Magic Immunity, so you can use it to slow. Another great counter to Sven, actually, if you think about it. If you can just use that every time he uses a BKB, can slow him by quite a bit. He won't be able to get damage off. But it's on the Dire team, so Bulba's going to have to be the one to deal with that. They did kill the Darkseer, though, so I think Complexity's completely happy with that. They had to use the BKB charge, but they got a kill, so they'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the BKB used, like, there couldn't have been another way. I think they used it to kill the Darkseer and to prevent the Shadow Demon from using Disruption. But then he tried to go for the Shadow Demon, and it just didn't work out well for them. But that overall was pretty good.
Mikey is still pretty behind on farm here. He's up to 2,000 gold. Has had 3 deaths and 2 assists this game. It's tough doing a long lane Beastmaster if you don't get that really big acceleration of Ancient Gold, so pretty understandable for him that he's had kind of a rough time here.
Yeah, they stole it pretty hard.
Yeah, they definitely did. Templar Assassin.
Go ahead.
He's going for a crit next, is what I was going to say. He's got the broadsword picked up, so we will see some carry potential out of him soon.
Where is she?
It's not going to be a Blade Mail or a Battle Fairy, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Probably not. Yeah, those are the only
Blade
items.
Mail couldn't be too bad, seeing that there's a spamming game, right? It could be sick.
She doesn't have enough HP to leverage it well. She would reflect at max, like, what, 1,200 damage? No, reduced, of course. Well, yeah.
So if you get a Blade Mail and you activate it and you have Refraction on, it doesn't do absolutely anything?
I don't know if it will. I'm guessing it won't reflect. If you're blocking the damage source with Refraction, I don't think it reflects. If it does, it would be kind of a cool idea, but probably not completely worth it. The int is a little wasted, and even still, you mostly just want to be a glass cannon at this point out, especially because he has BKB. So,
someone said in Dota 1 it reflected.
It did? Okay.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I might be wrong about that one.
Yeah, I have no idea. Someone tested. And we see the NoTidehunter killing Roshan one more time, so Sven's pretty rich, man. Sven's gonna reach a point where he's gonna have that a similar build to what we saw yesterday, with a lot of mid-game items, but a lot of damage as well. He might go for a Daedalus next, I would guess.
Yeah, I would agree completely. Either a Daedalus or an AC, but probably will be Daedalus. Oh man, Eternal Envy, such great counter warding here. He's gonna catch a ward in the Dire jungle.
Yeah, that's kind of his thing. He's so good at that. And later on, we'll probably see him with the gem. He has a Ghost Scepter. I love that item on support heroes. I love that item in general, and I'm glad it sees more play than it used to these days. But I just love seeing it in play. It's like, oh, he's dead, never mind. You know, like that kind of thing. I really enjoy.
Especially against a sniper, it's fantastic. Or a TA. They've got 2 heroes that rely almost entirely on physical damage. And he's going to have Ghost Scepter now, so he'll be able to at
I
least
mean,
stop
even
that damage
the
output.
Beastmaster, like the wild axes are physical as well.
Yeah, that's true. You can dodge it. Well, they're composite, but you can dodge them with Ethereal Blade, I believe. I'm pretty sure, yes. So, still more farming from Complexity now. IX Mike in the jungle a bit. Fluff is also going to pull some creeps together. This is very smart. Faster way to jungle. And they're going to grab him with Dual Breath as well, I think. Yeah, here's the Dual Breath. Fluff wants to grab the last hits. He's up to 1,000 gold. He's actually had a pretty good game. 4 kills on him, 2 deaths and 2 assists. Not doing too bad considering the rest of the team. But Sven is going to be the one that they have to worry about. And Sniper is getting very, very close to Scotty. He's picked up his first ultimate orb, so he's only about 1,800 gold away. And then he will have that slow. He's going to have tons of HP out of this and pretty damn good damage as well, considering the Mjolnir.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be fun to see. I love the animation on Mjolnir as well.
Yep, sounds
Is
cool.
that how you say it? Mjolnir?
Yep, Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir?
Who came up with that?
I think it's what's the word?
Mjolnir. Hey,
Norse?
Diego, how do you say this in Spanish? How do you say it? Huh? Mjolnir? Really? No, that's not how you.
It's Mjolnir. It's Norse, I believe. You know, it's like Thor. It's
Okay, stop,
Thor's hammer is Mjolnir, I think.
Oh, is that what it means? That's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, it says it in the flavor text. Thor's magical hammer, made for him by the dwarves Brock and Eitri.
By Barack Obama?
Brock, B-R-O-K.
Oh.
You know, Brock from Pokemon. Same guy.
Yeah.
Same
I
guy.
know that guy.
Yep. All right. Let's see what the rest of the team's doing.
African-American dude.
Yes, that's him.
Yeah, he was pretty
He
good.
likes Zubat for some reason. I have no idea why.
What?
He likes Zubats. He has a Zubat. I don't know why he has a Zubat.
Oh, yeah.
Zubats are
Zubat.
terrible. They're so
'Cause
bad.
it's purple.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that was awful.
Alright, Sven is still jungling here. 4-0 and 3. Armlet to give him some more farm, and both teams being really passive. I guess NoTidehunter's okay with their position. They do still have the Aegis, and that's probably the only thing that's weird about their playstyle.
Kind of.
Test, hello?
Test, hello.
Anything? Okay. They still have Aegis,
So,
and they're
yeah,
not using
keep
it.
going. Oh,
And
never mind.
that's
Oh, what again? Nice counter ward. Holy guacamole.
Oh.
Does the sentry ward block the spawn of the camp at all?
Yes, that one will for 3 minutes here. And
So
this-
that's awesome. Like, look at that placement of the sentry ward. They got the other ward, they counter warded, and they're gonna block the spawn.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they intend to do here. It's like if both teams are passively farming for so long that it's essentially a ward battle. They want better map control. They want their opponents to not have as many places to farm because that's going to result in them getting less farm overall. And when the actual confrontation comes 5 minutes later, they're going to be in a lot of trouble because of it. But it looks like they're going to be pushing now. There's a lot of heroes top. The only heroes that's not here is Nature's Prophet, but he can obviously show up whenever he needs to. And he's got a Necro 3 at the moment, so his farm has been pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty solid. Necro 3s, pretty good units.
They're pretty good. Tier 2 tower is going to get killed top. TC is only 200 gold away from his Scotty, but hopefully he can finish it before the push
there's
comes.
already a Daedalus and on a maxed events now, 30 minutes in. So, like yesterday, we'll probably see him replace his armlet by something like a heart later on,
Or
if
just,
anything.
I think the Aegis is about to run out pretty soon here.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a minute to go. Actually, they're going to catch one. It's Boba. He's in trouble. He's got a BKB, but he doesn't have any mana now because it's all gotten burned from this Necro 3, so he's in so much trouble here. So long until he could TP. So even BKB TPing is not going to work. There's the first vacuum. Shiva's guard's going to catch him and slows him down another Sprout, and I think this is going to be it for Boba. He's going to be forced to buy back from this, I believe, if NoTidehunter decides to push into it.
Which they should, because, like you mentioned, the Aegis is about to run out.
Yeah.
So what better time than now? And Sven's about to pick up a double damage. What?
So they're going to have about a minute, I think, until the Aegis runs out.
So they're like Aegis, DD, and kill the TA. That's pretty much perfect. Oh, holy guacamole! 999.
Is that
crit right there?
Was that with or without armlet turned on?
Without armlet, but with DD as well. So.
Oh my gosh.
But that was, of course, without the ult popped up, so probably with ult and armlet, we'll even see
Fluff getting caught.
Great.
He's going to die for sure. He throws the vacuum down, but he gets killed. That's a huge loss for them, especially because TA was about to be back up. He's going to have buyback, though. This is going to force him 750 gold loss. Does TC have it? He does. He's got the Scotty. He's got the item he needed. There's the shrapnel. He's starting the right click. Look at the slow. The roar as well.
Wow.
Oh my god. It's gone. The Aegis is gone. It's already timed out, but he is going to get disrupted. Great disrupt. Vacuum as well from TC. He's got to stay back and kill them from range. Well, you saw how powerful that slow was. That was impressive.
Yeah, holy guacamole. The sniper really dropped this man really fast there. That was quite amazing to see.
Oh, the
great
illusion.
wall as well by the Darkseer, but it's not that great, I guess. The sniper getting really, really low, though. And Mike without mana, they might have to pull back. Sniper just spamming his ult before going back to heal. But he has to go back to heal. I apologize for my camera movement. It's really sloppy.
No problem.
Super duper.
They ended up holding it, though. They lost Bulba. Bulba had to buy back. I think there was a buyback from... do we see buyback? Yeah, Fluff also bought back. There was a buyback from Bulba as well as Fluff. So the Rubik as well as the TA are going to have slightly less gold as a result. But Sniper showed his colors. He crushed through that Sven really fast. And if not for the disruption, I think he was dead there. And he's going to be able to farm really fast now because of this. And his animation looks awesome. Also important.
Yeah, pretty important as well. What do you think we're going to see next from the Sniper? Are we going to see crit?
It could be a crit. I think Manta style is maybe more likely because it'll give him movement speed as well as some more utility. Also, the illusions can slow, I believe, unless I'm crazy. I think the illusions can also proc the slow because the Wall of Replica illusion did also slow. So I think a Manta style might be his choice. That or a Butterfly. One of those two items. Butterfly would be pretty solid against this Sven and also just generally for damage. But it might be a crit. A crit is definitely a possibility. Maybe
at the same time, though, we saw like the Sven is going to have a really hard time even getting close to Sniper. For which I think Butterfly is less likely. But for that same reason, I don't dislike the Manta here. Because it's going to be really hard to get to those illusions on like one hit him.
And if he's got the movement speed, then it's going to be even harder for them to get closer. And he can always be slightly better in position, or at least get there slightly faster. So he'll finish up the top creep wave. Man, I love that animation so much. It's like shooting snowballs at people.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome with a sniper rifle.
Doesn't need doesn't need bullets. He's going to shoot snowballs now. Total troll item.
The problem is he might walk through Batman. Oh, never mind. He went somewhere else. Oh no, there he is. Oh, he skipped Batman. Well.
That was close. He didn't even know the danger was there, but it was.
Yeah, it was a trap, much like the one he's standing next to. And we see now the Dire, NoTidehunter, grouping up. Admiral Bulldog still in the jungle, but that's no problem for him as he has teleportation. And I'm not sure what the plan here is, but they're surely all being just careful and chilling. And whose move is it right now? Like if you had to call it, who has to make a move? Who has to? It looks like Complexity is just playing this really defensively right now.
I think NoTidehunter is maybe going to feel a little worried. Bulldog can obviously make up for the carry potential where Sven peaks off now. And the only reason Sven's peaking off is because he only has 6 item slots. That's the only reason that we're seeing him going to peak off a bit. He will be grabbing an AC next, which is going to greatly increase his survivability against Sniper. That's the main thing to point out, is that he went mostly damage items before. And that's probably a lot of the reason why Sniper was doing decent damage. But I don't think Sniper's farm rate is going to be as comparable to as Sven's is. So I think TC is going to have to be a little careful here. Because if he ever gets out of position, then the team fight's going to be over and they're going to lose it. As long as Complexity has good team fight
if he ever gets out of position, that's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, Kevin. Just kidding. You cut out before you said what was going to happen if he gets out of position.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I said. You got it, man. You can just cast for me. You got everything.
Sweet. But yeah, we are going to see a Sven with Nasal Curious, and that's gonna give him a shitload of armor, which is pretty underrated. At least I underrated it before I learned from Purge that every point in armor is gonna give you an extra 6%, and the equivalent of a 6% HP towards physical damage, which is all Sniper is, and it's probably Sven's only problem right now, seeing that he has a BKB to handle the other people.
He sold his Mask of Madness, by the way, to pick up the Aegis, and the Cheese, I believe, went on Darkseer. Yes, so Cheese and Aegis for the Dire team. That's their 3rd Roshan this game. Very good timing from them, and here comes the AC. AC's finished on Sven. It's not going to give him as much attack speed as the Mask of Madness would have, but a lot more armor. 15 extra armor here, and imagine Warcry plus an AC. He's going to be sitting around 40 armor or something like that. And it is going to be a crit. TC picks up a Crystallis. He needs as much damage as possible right now, so I completely encourage this item pickup. He's going to be critting on creeps for about 800. There's the first shrapnel. Going to slightly slow them down. He's got to be so careful, worried about S4's vacuum. That's the main thing. He's going to put an ulti to start things off, doing some damage to Admiral Bulldog. Now trying to counter push. The Necro 3 is up, doing a lot of damage. There's a mana drain from TC as well. He's being really careful here. He does not want to get picked off. Tower gets killed by Nature's Prophet, but are they ready to go in? More ultis being spammed. They're just trying to keep all the support here. Is very low on HP, but his mana is getting low. Trap ramping up. There's the slow again.
Look, crit on Sniper, by the way.
Yeah, he does have one.
Crystallis.
There's the first stun. That's the initiation. They're going in. The right clicks from Sniper are decent, but the Warcry's used. There's the vacuum. Going to pull TC in. Ulti as well. He's got from the range, though. He's right-clicking Sven. Sven's getting low. That's going to be his first
great
death.
Go Scepter there by Mikey, and it looks like the fight's going to continue on. Bulba might fall down here to Sven. Yeah, definitely gonna. That's what's going to happen. And now it's all up to TC to try to push this Sven back. That's their major problem right now. A great stun, and Chen's going to go down as well. A little bit of a failed dual breath, but still one ice path left, and there it goes. Unfortunately, everyone else is down, and I don't know where everyone else is. Probably healing. We see Mikey popping out the Ghost Scepter once again, and that was super useful during the fight. It was what kept him in the fight after the first stun off Bush. And looks like they're going to be able to repel them, but not without losing one of the racks as well as a tower. And Sven's gonna go in for one more kill. Is he gonna get fluffed? And he does.
Oh,
A
TC.
little bit unfortunate fluff.
Oh, great ice path. Gonna buy him a second. That's gonna keep TC alive, actually, but very, very close there. Thought for sure he was dead as he got Hex. Bulldog getting low.
Oh, nice. Beautiful block there with Necromicons.
Ooh, not enough damage.
Yeah, holy guacamole. He almost died from that last Necro.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good. Sniper was forced to buy back there. His positioning the entire team fight was pretty solid, and that's pretty much what I've been watching in these fights. But he did pick off Aki on the Chen at least, so he has been making some solid plays. But they did still lose the mid racks. Very close to holding, but unable to do so. They've been doing a great job, though, I must say.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, like basically what Sven did too, like he traded a Mask of Madness, which sure adds a lot of attack speed, but it also makes him more like take more damage from heroes like Sniper, and instead traded it for an item that is gonna allow him to tank more damage from heroes like Sniper. And I think that really showed this fight. I mean, he was never dangerously low. He was able to stay in the fight for the great majority of it without having to reposition, just like doing massive amounts of damage to everyone in it.
Oh, there's a gank on TC on the bot lane. They're going in. There's a blink from Sven. Oh, this is bad. And that's going to be it. Sniper gets cleaved up. Mikey trying to disable, looking for the roar. There's the roar now. And Bush might actually go down. Bulba's right-clicking, doing some good damage as well. Nice ice path follow-up, and they're actually going to get money out of this. Bulldog might see a double kill as well. He's doing everything he can, but he's got not enough damage output. And that was actually worth it for complexity, I think.
Yeah, that was amazing. Like when you said that's it, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's Sniper is the one hero that they have to pick off. But then Bulba shows up, and he almost has a Daedalus. That's going to help him finish it, actually, that last fight. And then they pick off the two most important heroes from the Dire. Any other hero dying from the Radiant doesn't matter all that much. Any other hero dying from the Dire doesn't matter all that much. But the only reason that was an even trade was the heroes that died, and that was pretty cool. I don't even know. Would you not say that was an even trade? Probably not, right? That was probably good for the Radiant.
I think it was good for the Radiant. They lost the Sniper, but they killed the Sven. Sven's been dead. He's obviously peaked out on items and everything, but I think that was pretty good for them. Turned out okay. One other sweet play that I saw in that last team fight there, when TC died in the mid, this was a while ago, the mid fight, I saw a passive cheese from Darkseer to Sven, and that was so sweet, because Sven was getting low HP as was Sniper, and then Darkseer passed the cheese and he got to use it. It was really cool to see.
Was that in the last fight?
The middle fight, actually. Not that one that just happened bottom, but...
No, but the one in the... Oh, okay. Well, yeah, then I completely misquoted that. I thought Sven was just able to stay there, mainly due to the Zalt Curious. I didn't see the cheese transfer, so...
Yeah, he lost the Aegis, and then he started fighting Sniper, and Sniper was 100% caught, so he just right-clicked, and the cheese was passed, and that's why Sven was full HP after the end of the fight. It was pretty close, but the cheese made a big difference there. Cheese and the Aegis, obviously. If they could have killed Sven without his Aegis there, I mean, They could
Yeah,
have
I mean, if
continued it.
there's no cheese and ages, that like that fight could have gone completely different there, right? Like, I think the Radiant's not doing as bad as I thought. And holy shit, man, this is one of the lowest kill games I've ever seen, personally at least.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty low.
Yeah, 10 to 17, 43 minutes in. That's insane.
Let's talk about Ake's items quick. He grabbed a Dagon, actually, a late game Dagon here. Very interesting item build, but good against heroes like TA. If you can break the shield down, and then you can use Penitence, and then follow up with a Test of Faith as well as the Dagon, you're talking pretty insane damage towards the solo target. And a lot of these heroes don't have that much survivability, and but I think it is largely going to be towards heroes like TA if his BKB is down. So pretty interesting choice from him. Wasn't a Vlad's. I would have maybe argued that a Vlad's would have been a good choice, most importantly because Sven sold his Mask of Mana, so he has no more lifesteal. And the extra damage from that, as well as the lifesteal, would have been pretty useful.
Yeah, I actually find the Dagon a little bit weird, like this late on.
He can combo with Penitence, though. It's a skill that we don't normally see out of Chen. It's very rare that we see Chen get this late in the game, but you get 32% bonus damage, and you can effectively increase your Dagon as well as your Test of Faith. It does increase his nuke potential, so I think it's going to be pretty cool to see at least. More farming from Complexity now. Fluff is positioned to cover Bulba in case Bulba gets caught. Are there Blink Daggers? No, no Blink Dagger on Rubik. Just on Bulba here. And he does have Daedalus.
Just in case he gets cold.
Bulldog TPing top. Will he see it? Bulba's going to blink out just in time, looking for the Hex. No Hex, actually. They don't catch anyone.
Fluff Factor to help out just in case as well.
Did he steal anything? He's got Sprout. Level 1 Sprout, man. Pretty sick stuff.
Pretty sick. Awesome.
And TC trying to get closer to his Daedalus. There's an ulti actually in the jungle. Who did they find? It's going to be actually Sven. The pig's doing the damage. He kills the pig immediately, though. There's more slow. They need to catch something. The trap's going to miss. The blink came from Sven. He barely got away there. He was so close to TC getting a right click off, and if the right click landed, Sven was dead. He was not going to be able to blink. He was going to take constant damage, and the slow would have been there. Even a BKB would have saved him. That was so close.
Yeah, the main reason he was able to live was because of that blink. Really nice job. The pigs do a lot of damage, man. Those pigs are crazy.
It's mostly the slow. The damage is not bad, especially this late against a Sven. It's not a problem. But if you can actually right-click that on the Sven in the team fight, that's fantastic. Because just like Scotty, the slow is going to go right through the BKB, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Pigs.
Good old pigs.
I love pigs, man.
Personally,
like Piglet from Winnie Pooh. Oh crap! And they're gonna engage on TC right now. Looks like he's definitely gonna fall. That's a huge problem they're gonna have. He can't buy back in that zone right away though. But a huge mistake by the Radiant. Looks like Mike is gonna get picked off again. Everyone seems to be off position now. The 4 remaining ones are there. On the bright side, Sven.
Wow.
Sven's is about to run a holy guacamole.
And that is going to be the end.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do about that. If TC dies twice in a row, that's it.
That was like a one-shot. That was insane. And I was just about to say the BKB and the ult for Sven are about to run out, and as soon as that happens, they might be able to push this back. But right before that happened, man, Sven just blinked in and guacamole. Yeah.
Yes, there was plenty of condiments in that game. So much. Yeah, that was crazy. They picked off TC. He was a little bit too far forward. The smoke gate came from NoTidehunter, and they were able to initiate, pick off the sniper, and then sniper had to buy back, and then the blink came forward. He crit and stunned, and that was it. Sniper died twice in a row. And once sniper dies for free, the game's over. And I think TC played a solid game. He didn't have a lot of kills this game, but his last hits were definitely there. And I think his item build was what they needed against the Sven, but they just didn't quite do well enough in the early game. And I think that Complexity was very close to taking the win there. But they weren't able to hold. It was very close, but no cigar.
Yeah, perhaps with a little bit more disabled. Maybe even if the Beastmaster could have had a what you call that thing? The staff, the Aghanim Scepter. Like that would help a little bit because they were relying so heavily on the ice paths as well as the telekinesis, and sometimes it just didn't happen. Like they couldn't hold them in place long enough for the sniper to do all the damage that he needed to do.
Yeah, that might have helped out a lot. We're gonna see an ulti actually. This is gonna be from Darkster. He's got the illusions chasing here. Will Boba be able to take it? I don't know. I don't think S4 is really tanky here. Hex, Heart, and a Shiva's. Hey, the Roshan courier is normal now. What happened?
Yeah, what the hell?
Probably
What
whoever
happened to
dropped
Baby
it.
Russia?
Whoever probably dropped it wasn't Lynx. I don't know. Who knows?
What happened just now? Look,
Shame.
it has the same wings as Jakiro too, so
I don't know.
I'm
If they're the same.
guessing. I don't know. It looks like a baby Jakiro almost.
Somewhat. Yeah. Bulba, BKB there as well. 2 3-shot snipers alive though.
Baby Russian's gonna be just fine in this fight, and Bulba or Sniper, Bulba's still controlling the Sniper. He might get a kill here. Bulba just refusing to leave, and he's gonna get another kill. So.
That's Mega Creep. So that's game 1 though.
Yep.
We've
Bulba disconnects. So.
We've got 2 more. I think what I'm gonna do right now is reset my router really quick and see if that maybe solves the problem. So that's gonna be game 1. If you can hold the lobby for me, that would be appreciated, and it'll be no more than 2 or 3 minutes, and hopefully we can get this fixed. So.
Okay. At the same time, I'll go for a cigarette, and it will be no more than 3 or 4 minutes.
That sounds great. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.